Okay, I'm going for it off of the heels of what you shared. So 3 years ago in DC at Awaken the Dawn, I had this vision. We were in the Wyoming tent of worship.
We were there.
And Ryan Hall.
I just got back from Wyoming.
Come on, serious. So I think the prophetic vision of that was everybody abandoned Wyoming, like there was no one there to lead it, and they gave the tent to Tennessee.
Yes, they did.
To lead it. And I was so excited because I'm from Colorado and have tons of friends from Wyoming, and I'm like, I told Peggy and Bob, I was like, this is not an accident. Yes. I was like, Wyoming is like the last alphabetically, the least populated, desolate, beautiful and Jackson, but other than that, it's like tumbleweeds, right? Yeah. But we started praying into that, and I was like, we've got to find the Wyomingites and just get them activated. I'm like, this isn't just to shove the Wyoming tent full of Tennessee people. I was like, this is to activate the Wyomingites, even if it's over the phone, whatever. And we started seeing the picture of like tumbleweeds on fire, just rolling through. And as we know, God uses the weak things to confound the wise. So that tent was hopping. It was so exciting. So the reason I'm sharing that though is that one day in the Wyoming tent, Ryan Hall was leading worship. It was packed. And this woman, I think she was from China, she just had this 8.5, I'm shaking. She had this 8.5 by 11, just white piece of paper with the outline of the U.S. on it, and she put it down in front of us. And we went into like this high worship. The Holy Spirit just, whoo. And the Lord like lifted me up above, in the Spirit, up above the U.S. And I was like seeing it in the Spirit. I was above the whole country to see all the outlines. And I saw these old-fashioned lanterns, oil lanterns, hovering one over each state.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, what am I seeing? What am I seeing? With just a little bit of light. And then as I watched and looked, I saw this huge angel. And I'm like, the only thing I know to call him was the angel of the Lord.
Wow.
And I'm like, and just in like that quick, he came in from the Atlantic Ocean with a sledgehammer and came into the coast. And the lantern over Massachusetts, over Boston, he came in, and with a sledgehammer, he just, with fury and force, went and just smashed the glass, and then oil from the lantern exploded and went west, and then fire followed it. Wow. And I heard this declaration, break the lanterns! Mm-hmm. And then I saw him begin to go to and smash the lantern over every state. And the same thing happened. It's just oil went west from east to west, and fire followed it, and it was just like this eruption. And I was like, what am I seeing, Lord? And I felt like he said, those lanterns represent the church. And he's like, what you're seeing is, it's old-fashioned. He's like, it's old-fashioned, but there's light coming from it. He's like, but it's contained, and it's too safe. And he's like, and I will not, and it will not be anymore.
Wow.
And so that's how I've prayed the last 3 years. Is like, okay, Lord, break the lantern over DC. Yes. Break the lantern over California. Break the lantern over Tennessee. Break the lantern, break the lantern, break the lantern. And so I feel like that's what we're seeing right now is he's going, I'm breaking the lanterns. What you said, we're going to a place where he's like, I'm smashing it. Like, I think that glass represents like glass ceilings, the walls of the church, all the things that we've been like, well, we have a little bit of light. We have a little bit of light. And he's like,